Hey, Christy. So I'm getting a little bit late a start to my live stream today. So welcome everybody. If you're watching this archived, you could skip the beginning if you don't want to go through all of this. But the beginning part, typically I'm on a little bit earlier than this, and I like to make some connections and talk to the people that are in my community that join and are in the chat area. So if you see me archive talking to people and you're like, who is she talking to? There's a live chat if you catch us live. And the times that I go live are Thursday evenings from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time and Sunday afternoons like today from 2 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. You're going to notice behind me, if you've been following for a while, there's a green screen, and that is still in the works. And so Mr. Merle's made it, and Janice Smith, Eva, oh my gosh, okay, Ms. Windancer, are you new? I'm not sure, I haven't seen your name a lot. Kimberly Gilbert, Alina, who else have I missed? Welcome guys, thanks for coming. So I have a bottle of dew today. Hi Elise. Hi Rita from Miami, we've got someone from Eau Claire. Cheers guys. I have been monkeying around with all of my settings to try to make things much clearer for you, and it's my opinion that this looks really blurry today. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to clear up. So what I'm going to do is, hey Linda, thanks for your help today. Hey John, no, I didn't forget about you guys. I moved. So if you're in the patron, let me just flash this up on the screen real quick. If you're in the patron group, you already know that I moved. Everything that was in that cramped little room I was in has been moved out into the dining room because I'm growing at a pace that I can't keep up with in that little room. So that's amazing. So I just want to say thank you to Deborah Miller for being a VIP patron. And we've got some newbies. We've got Diane Gaines, Tamara Corso, Tammy Valley, Karen Stewart, Carmen Grudier, and Nina Hammond. Nina Hammond is our newest awesome patron, so I'm really glad to have her aboard as well as everyone else. And it's 2:05, so 2:05, 5 minutes after the hour is when I usually start my my project, and so we're just going to jump right into this today. Oh, great. Awesome. Just became a... So, Ms. Windancer, can you let me know who you are on Facebook? Because I don't recognize that name. Alrighty, so we're making these cute little teeny tiny notebooks today. Aren't they adorable? So sorry these aren't super clear. I'm going to be working on that. I might switch my cameras out. And you get like, I think it's 8 pages in it. And this is I'm going to show you the easy way to do this. And then I'm going to show you the more difficult way. Oh, mine fell apart. I'm not sure why. Why did this one fall apart, not the other ones? Anyways, let's just double check this one then, shall we? It should not fall apart. Yeah, this one's all together. Okay, I'm going to show you the way to fold this where it should all stay together like this. So, and then we're going to decorate them. So if there's any one of these that you really like the decoration on, I'll go over that. So please let me know, and then I can redecorate one the same way. Otherwise, I'm just going to take off and decorate some, you know, whatever comes to my artistic mind today, right? Here's the one that I said that if you're following my posts, this is the more advanced one where you have to use jump rings, and I don't have jump rings. I probably do somewhere in my hoard of stuff, but I just use some wires to make these. And then I did my hole punching with my crocodile, which I have the really, really big one. This big bad boy. Okay, you don't need this to do it. You can use a pin or a regular punch or anything like that. But this is the more advanced version. I will be showing you how to make this one today as well. It has a cover, a front cover and a back cover that's made out of foam. And then the inside sheets are just pieces of cardstock. And you can make however many pages you want. This is the one. Hi, Simonaya. Oh, I'm so glad you could come today, honey. Oh, and Michelle Calvert is here to moderate today. So if you see people in blue, that's what they are. They are here to help us stay safe from the spam and the scam, and also just keep conversation going and to let you know of all the links and stuff. So if you're interested in Patreon and want to get on my Patreon list, that will be in a link, and hopefully that will get linked in here sometime shortly here. There's a little bit of a lag, so be patient. There is a template at the store, just like when we did the bear card, to make this and to make these. Okay? It was kind of a little bit of a rush job, so hopefully I'll get a much better one on, but it's actually quite simple, as I'm going to show you right now. But this one takes just a little bit more time, and I'm going to be showing this one at the end. Basically, to make these, all you need is one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and that's it. Spamming and scamming, meaning people just jump in and like throw out like nasty swear words and stuff, or they try to get you to go to another channel or to buy something or to scam you in a way. That's what I'm talking about, John. We just want to make sure that's out, you know. Oh, thanks, Jason. You're such a sweetheart. Okay, I'm going to pull out some paper now, and all I'm using is printer paper. So if you want to get some nice tight creases, you're going to want to use printer paper because we're going to be folding it a bit, and you don't want to use cardstock because that's going to make it just that much harder. So I wonder if I can back out. There we go. Pardon the little shakes. I'm out in an area where everyone can hear me and see me in the dining room, and the neighbors tend to slam the door, so every time he slams the door, it's going to shake a little bit. Isn't that great? Okay, so we're gonna get started. So I hope you have your piece of paper ready. Oh, Deanna Goldie, if you can hear me, go ahead and refresh. If somebody could let her know to refresh. And there we go. We're gonna get started. So if you have 8.5 11 sheet of paper, just regular printer paper, super easy. We're gonna fold it in half. This half the long way, which in the school they call this the hot dog fold. And you're going to want to be very specific about your folds. The more accurate you are, the better your little notebook will turn out. If it doesn't turn out perfect, I have a tip to show you how to fix it a little bit. And then give it a crease. If you don't have a bone folder like I'm using, use your fingernail. And then fold it in half again. I was reading something in the chat. It says, my friend's son Bobby is 13 and he wants to do crafting. How can he join? Hank says he should take up a manly sport like basketball. There's nothing wrong with men and boys crafting. Nothing at all. Crafting takes a lot of math, patience, ingenuity, and creativity, and those are very highly looked upon skills, my opinion. So there we go. We folded it twice that way. And he can join simply by either using your account or making his own account on YouTube and then just coming in. Otherwise, if he doesn't have an account, I don't know if you have to have an account or not, but even if you don't have an account, all he's got to do is just click on it, right? It's super easy. Now we're going to fold this along. Oh, look, I've got a little spider friend on me. Let me just, I can't even show him to you. Let me just flick him down on the ground here. There we go. I hope none of you all are afraid of spiders because I have one in my craft room. I don't kill him because he eats bugs in here, guys. I'm more afraid of bugs than I am spiders, and as long as he's eating them, I'm happy. So we're going to fold this. I am going to go and do this over and over again, so if you come in a little bit late, or if you are like, wow, you're moving too fast, no worries. We're going to do this more than once. We're folding this a second time this way. Okay, and then we're going to open it back up. So now you should have 16 squares. And this is what the template in at the store looks like. And the template is totally free. You just go to qualitycrafts.com under the digital grouping, under the digital category, and you'll find it. There'll be a free template for the bear card and a free template for this as well. The only thing that's not on the template is where to cut, because I just, like I said, I was finagling with my camera. I just ran out of time. I will be uploading that later though, so don't you worry about that. What we're going to do now is we're going to fold it back in half, and we're going to cut from the bottom. Let me turn off the autofocus. We always have issues with that. There we go. Okay, we're going to cut from the bottom here to the middle, from the bottom here to the middle, and from the bottom here to the middle. Okay, just those 3 cuts. Grab my scissors. And cut up on either one. You want to make sure that these are really accurate too. Like I said, the more accurate you are with your cutting and folding, the more accurate your little notebook will turn out. Okay? And then I'm going to open it up, and we've got now 2 things right here like this, right? We're going to cut across this one and across this one so they open up. And like I said before, no worries. I will do this again. No stress. Do not stress. Art should be fun. We got a whole hour, and this is a really easy project. We will definitely be doing this more than once. Okay, so you've got all those cut, and then you're going to put it flat on your paper, and you're going to fold it towards yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we do that, you're going to want to fold all 4 of these flaps out. Just push them out so you got a big hole in the middle like that. Right? Then you're going to want to fold the whole thing towards yourself. Oh my gosh, did I like totally just forget how to do this in my brain? Fold it. Yeah, fold them out. Fold it towards yourself. Oh my gosh, I'm like totally losing it. Sorry guys. What is my deal here? I'm folding it the wrong way. I can't remember how to make it now for some odd reason. What's my deal? I only made, 6 or 7 or 8 of them. This is crazy. They have to be folded out. Oh my gosh, I have to close that window. I don't know what my deal is. Let's switch gears for a second while I think on that. I've never had that happen before. I'm just having a complete brain fart. We're going to pull out a piece of foam, and I'll show you how to make that other one first. Which is pretty much simply this, almost exactly the same, because you're going to fold another one the same way we did before. So let's begin again. We're going to fold this in half. So both of them are kind of made the same way because they use the same size. So if you're already folding one to make the simple one, then you'll have the same template for the other one. Thanks, Kay. Yeah, I've never like completely forgotten how to do something on camera, but you know, such is life. We'll just move on. So we folded that in half, and we're going to fold it in half again. And basically what we're doing is we're creating 16 separate pieces, and that way it'll be easier for us to cut them and get them ready for putting them in the book. Okay, so then we've got our 16 pieces. And this one, I'm just going to go ahead and hand cut these. You can use a trimmer if you want. And actually, I could put out my trimmer. If you don't have a trimmer, you can go really old school. Make sure you have a crease and then just tear them like this. But then they're going to have little fuzzy edges. But just as another idea. And we're just going to cut these. Yeah, you can hear everybody mowing their lawn. You can hear everybody outside talking now. So I've got a lot of adjustments to make being out here in the living room. Or not the living room, the dining room. So it's been an interesting journey so far. I've only been here for a day. So I will work the kinks out. And I'm so glad that you guys know that this isn't normal for me. So that you'll stick around and we will just keep moving, right? How many viewers are we at today? I got everything hidden by my little camera thing here. Oh my gosh, we're at 60. I might just have to do a dance if we hit 70 or 80, huh? Just might have to do that. I might have to just do a dance to get all my memory back on how to make that darn card. Or make that little notebook. What is my problem? I don't know. I'm feeling kind of bad about that. The whole tutorial was how to make them. Dun, dun. But if you're making your pages for your book out of copy paper, which is what I'm doing now, you could put quite a few pages in there. If you're using cardstock for your pages, then you won't get as many. So that's completely up to you. Maybe I should have made a couple of these ahead of time so we could have just done the decorating. Because that to me that's my favorite part. You know what? I'm going to have to get my thoughts together here. I'm going to take a very brief break. So if you're watching this archive, just speed past this. And if not, just hang out for a second while I collect my thoughts. I'll be right back.
Search for a really strong glue that's clear.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Clear glue.
And fold that. Now open it all up. You should have 16 up to the center, cross it up. And this time the two middle parts you cut with scissors and it will. What you do is you lift your rectangles up from the center and fold them out like this and like this. Right, you bring it over, flip up, flip down, and now flip it one more time towards your.
Okay. Back to this. Once we open those up, we fold one side up and one side down. Then we fold the entire thing back down towards yourself. Push that space out until they go out and push them to the side. Crease everything down and then put the little book together. Now here's where you get a little bit that sticks out the end here, and we can cut that off. Oops, oh, that's an ant. I thought it was my friendly spider. We will kill the ants. Ants are not my friends. Okie dokie. There we go. So now that we've got all of our sheets put together, we're just going to take one of these to trace on our foam, and we're going to make, I'm going back to making this one that has the little wire things, and we're going to finish up this tutorial here. Alrighty. So we're going to put this on our foam and trace it out. And I'm just going to put like a little mark in it with my bone folder instead of making an actual mark with a pencil or a marker, because then it doesn't come off. And I'm going to do two of them, one for the cover, one for the front cover, and one for the back cover. And then we'll just cut those out. And then we've got two that are for our front cover and our back cover, and we've got our sheets here. This is quite a few sheets. I probably won't use that many. And I'm going to just line them all up and make sure that they are square, and that looks pretty good. So what we're going to do then is we're going to take out the pile of sheets that we have that are going to be our sheets on the in-between, and we're going to hold them together so that we can do the holes. So this is where I'm saying this is a more advanced technique, just because you need some different tools that some people might not have. So right away on the cover here, we're going to choose where we want our holes. So I'm going to use just a marker to make 3 holes, and I'm going to eyeball this. You can measure them out if you want, but I'm just going to put 3 holes where I think that I want them, 3 little dots, and then I've got my 3 dots there, and then I'm going to use my crocodile here to punch out those holes. You could use a pin if you don't have a crocodile, or another kind of a punch that you think that would go through the foam relatively well. Hi, Satomi, welcome. And then we're going to want those same holes on the paper. So we're going to use these to put over the top of the sheets. And we're going to go right through the little holes here and make a little mark with our pen so that we get the holes at exactly the same place on the sheets as well, so everything lines up. So we're going to move these over here, and then we're going to punch the hole in the sheets. I'm just going to line these up one more time to make sure that the holes are there. You can see that the holes run through all three. Okay, and then we're going to set this aside because we need to make the little rings. So let me bring you guys in just a tad. We're going to make these little rings. If you already have what's called little jump rings, then go ahead and use them. But I didn't have any, so, well, like I said, I've moved everything from my craft room out here, so there's a bazillion things that I just can't find. So I am going to, make some. I have this wire that I've had for forever. It's 20 gauge wire from Doris. Let's see if I get that clear. Okay, so if you want, I like this because it's a little bit heavier and it won't all get smashed and stuff. Okay, it's called a crocodile. Hopefully I can link you guys. I can put a link from Amazon in my store as well if you're interested in that tool. And then I'm just going to use a marker to make these. So I'm going to wrap the wire around the marker all the way around until it comes together on the other side. Okay, and then you need a wire cutter. We're going to go ahead and cut that wire right here. Now, I don't work with wire a lot, so you could probably go to another channel and find someone who works with wire who does this in probably a better or, you know, a different kind of way, which is fine. I'm more of a paper crafter, but I just thought this was so cute I couldn't pass it up. And then I'm going to take that little wire that I've created here, this little circle, and I'm just going to open it up sideways. Pulling it open the opposite way, going out, makes it really hard for you to get them to line back up and still remain a circle. So if you open them up going sideways like this, this is a much easier way to do it. So I'm going to move one of my covers to the back, and they should all still line up. And I'm going to take that little ring that I made, and that one side I'm going to put into the back cover. And then the pages. And then the front cover. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring those two back together here. And that makes your, and then I just swing it to the middle. Like I said, it's easier to use some little jump rings than make your own. But if you want to make your own and you have wire, then this is an easy solution. So I'm going to show you how to do that again. You're just going to wrap it around the marker until it reaches together on the other side. And then cut that off. And I'm going to do one more. So wrap it around the marker until it reaches the other side and it comes together, and then cut that piece off. And then all I do is I use the little tool here to bend those over so they're not sticking straight up. So if they're sticking straight up, they're going to get caught on things and you might get poked by them. So if you just bend them down a little bit so that they're going together. I wonder if I turn my autofocus on, you'll be able to see that a little bit clearer. There we go. And then I'm going to separate them by pulling them apart like this. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to the end here and see if we can get this through. First, the first layer here, the cover, and then through the pages, and then through the top cover. Okay, and then just pull them back together. And then you've got that one. And then the last one I'm just going to take this out just a little bit here. And we're going to put the last ring in there. So we're going to go ahead and finish that up. Okay, so now that I've got it like that, we're going to just open it up and get the last pieces in there. And I'm just looking from the back to put that in that little hole and then back up the top there. There we go. And then we've got our little notebook. And then we've got our covers. You can use different color foam. You can use different color paper. I really, really like this one. And I'm going to move the stuff off to the side. This is the one that we just made. And you can decorate it any way you want. So we will go ahead and we'll decorate that one as well. We'll move all my tools out of the way, and we're going to make another one of the easy ones the right way this time. Gosh, I can't believe that I just totally spaced that out after making, I made all of these last night. Really thought that I had her down. So let me back up here. Oop, wrong way, Jen. And yeah, and turn off the autofocus because it's got its own heartbeat. And we're going to pull out another piece of paper here, and we're going to do another one. Hi, Monica and Teresa. I'm sure I missed people. It's been kind of a crazy video. I may have to redo this one eventually someday. But let's go over one more time how we make the little one. The regular one, the one that looks like this. That just has the pages, and it's made out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet. So we're going to go ahead and fold it in half. And the more accurate you are, the better it turns out. If you don't have a bone folder, use your fingernail, crease that really well, and then fold it in half again. Oh, paper clips is a really great idea if you don't have wire. I love that idea. You guys are always thinking. It's really helpful when you guys are in the chat. We can learn from each other. We put that together. We're folding it in half the opposite way now. Creasing it and then folding it in half one more time here. Alrighty, then we're going to open up the whole thing, and we have 16 squares here, and we're going to fold it towards ourselves here and flip it over so that the creased side is on this side, so the open side's up. And we're going to cut from the bottom up halfway, bottom up halfway, and bottom up halfway. And you want to try to be on that line as accurate as you can. I try to hold up like right here towards the middle so that this stays together while you're cutting it. And then open it up. And in the middle, you're going to have these two flaps here. We're going to cut across both of these to open them up. You might want to move it around in the light if, like me, you're having a little bit of a hard time just seeing that line. Or if you want to go ahead and make a mark or a pencil mark or something over the top of that line to make it a lot more visible, you can do that. Okay. And then we're going to take those 4 flaps and we're going to fold them out. Okay, and so here's where I lost my train of thought here in the process. Now that you've got this hole in the middle, we're going to cover the hole by bringing the top down and the bottom up. And then I'm just creasing everything as I go. And then the important part is that the last piece on the top comes towards you. And then pick it up. And these two pieces right here should open up as you push together. And you're going to push them both to the side and give it some crease. And then put this part over the top and crease it all together so it comes together as a book. And then you should have all of your pages off the side here. This one didn't turn out the way I hoped. It's just been one of those days. What can I say? Where's my other one that I made? Here we go. I ended up with 4. Dun, dun, dun. Well, maybe I won't archive this video. Flip it over. Oops. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2. I got 6 pages in this one. That'll work. So let's take the ones that we have done and go ahead and decorate these. Got one here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oop, I taped that one down. I'm just going to open up this other one too. Yep, I got that one taped down. So dump those 2 towards yourself. Flip them over, and ta-da! Let's try one again. I'm not going to give up, and neither should you. Never, never give up. So go ahead and do your folding again. So we've got an 8.5 piece, 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper here. And we folded that twice, and we're going to open it back up. And then we're going to fold it the opposite way. Somehow I am missing a fold or folding in the wrong direction. And then one more time in half. We've got like 20 minutes left. How many of you guys think I should keep going and not give up? And how many of you guys think I should scrap it? And now we're gonna, oh my gosh, okay. And we're gonna go the long way and cut up these 3 to the center. Alrighty, and then we're going to cut those down the middle. I'm going to recrease my lines so that I can see them better. Alrighty, and then we're going to fold these out. Let's see if we can get this to make more than 5. you fold these up and then one down so that you cover up that rectangle in the middle. And then you flip it over, fold it towards yourself, push the sides out, and then put them to one side and then fold the other side over. And give it a good crease. One. Oh, do I have it upside down? 1, 2, 3. No. I still didn't get as many. I still didn't get as many as I thought I should. Fold them down and then flip it over, bring it towards yourself. One more time. 1. Oops. Upside down. 1, 2, 3. No. I don't know why I'm not getting the 8 pages. I feel like I'm doing exactly the same way as I did before. Let's try it again. I'm not going to give up. There's got to be a way for me to figure this out. If we fold those out, how about we flip it over, bring these in, and then bring it in one more time, and then flip it out and fold it over. How many will we get then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. There it is. There it is. Figured it out. Let's do it again. I mean, if I can tell you guys to persevere and never give up, but every time I get hooked on something I gave up, what good would I be as a teacher, right? So let's go ahead and fold this again. Let's do another one. We still have 15 minutes. Yep, 8 pages. You got to make sure that you fold it the right way, otherwise you only end up with 5. And I was really hoping to get the one with 8. There we go. And we're going to fold this in half one more time. So twice each way. Fold it in half twice each way until you get 16 squares. And then fold it in half the long way and go up each one of these to the middle. Cut each line up. Cut each line up. Okay. And then open it up and cut these 2 in the center. We're not going to get too much decorating today. I'm glad I did a couple of decorating just to show you guys how it works. But we'll do a little bit of, we'll at least decorate one, even if I have to run over time for you guys. And then we're going to fold all 4 of those out. And I believe at this point we have to flip it over. And then fold these 2 pieces in. And then fold the last one towards yourself. Push those out and then squeeze it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we've got 8 pages. Now we've got 2 workable books that we made that have 8 pages. And I've noticed that if I have a little bit of overhang here, I can cut that off without disrupting the book too much. So I've gone ahead and taken one of my heavier duty scissors and just chopping off that piece to make it even. So I like the way it looks when it's even like that. So I haven't really had a chance to talk much about the group. If you want to be inspired and be inspired to push through issues that you have like this when you get to a project and you're like, oh, I just can't figure it out. You're going to want to join Quality Crafts, where we're all giving each other inspiration and helping each other out to get through tough struggles like that. And that's what it's all about, and that's what our community promotes. So cheers. Thanks for being here today. Whew. We had to work that out. But we did it. So now we've got 2 workable books, and we're going to grab some washi tape because this is my favorite way of decorating them. Washi tape makes it really simple because then all you have to do is cover it. Pattern paper is also awesome. I wish I could take my camera off and show you, but right down to my left is where my kitty cat sleeps now. Liney, the one that's always yowling down the hallway, well, now he's right next to me, so when I do a live stream, he sleeps through most of it. Woo, win-win. Oh, man. Okay. Let me find the end of this tape. I really, really like this one, and I've never been able to use it, so I'm going to use it to decorate this one. Let's see. Make sure that I've got the book facing the way I want to. There we go. And I usually put one on the edge here so that it'll roll over to the back, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So if you put one on the edge here, and then you roll it towards the back, you'll get a nice like spine cover here, so that doesn't wear away as easily. And then I open up my book and I cut off the extra tape on either end, so it doesn't stick to other stuff. I'm using my Fiskars nonstick scissors. If you're looking for a pair of Fiskars nonstick, you can find them. There's a link in my store for Amazon purchases. I am an affiliate, so I get a teeny tiny commission every time you purchase something. So if you're looking to buy a scissors like this that doesn't stick to things, I have one listed there. It's not the same pink handle as this old version. Of course, they're always updating stuff, but you can find it there. So then I put the washi tape as close together as I can, and then just cut off the ends. You can use the scissors if you don't trust yourself to tear it. And then I'm just going to keep going until I have the whole top of the book covered. You could paint the tops of your books. You could use some of the older techniques that we've done to make like background techniques and background paper and that kind of thing to cover yours if you want to do it that way. There's a lot of fun things you could do to cover these little books, and they're super cool to give to kids, but even as an adult, I totally enjoy these tiny books. They fit right in your pocket, and you can take notes, write down what you need for at the grocery store, and then just pull it out of your pocket, and it's right there, easy to use. So even if you're not a kid, these are super fun. So there, we've got one covered. You can cover the whole back side if you want to. I don't typically. Let's see, on the ones that I've already done, the caution one, I did the entire back, front and back, and then I edged it in black marker, and I used a Spectrum Noir black marker, this one, an alcohol marker, because it stayed on and didn't wipe off. As you notice, it doesn't wipe off on your skin on the smooth surface of the tape. So if you're looking for a marker that'll do that, they do that really nicely. The Diva one, I had a glitter one, but I didn't go all the way around. But there you can see, I always go over the edge here, the spine of the little notebook, because that way it doesn't wear out as quickly. This is another one that I used. It's a washi tape that actually is like a cloth. That's super cool. And then I just put some little X's on it to make it look like I sewed it on there. And then I didn't do the whole back on that one. I just don't think you have to do the backs. But if you want them to be more protected, then doing the backs is a good idea. So this one, I have a punch that punches this out, but you can just use a square, a rectangle, a circle, oval, whatever you have. Yes, kid at heart, totally. This is cute. You can also go the opposite way, so I'll just show you that too. So you can cover it going, vertically this way, or you can do it horizontally this way. So let's just go ahead and cover that horizontally this way. We'll cover the back of this one. And then, like I said, just try to put it as close to the next layer as you can. And I know you guys have hordes of this stuff sitting around, just like me. So this is a really, really fun way of using it up. And it's forgiving if you have to remove it and redo it too. So washi tape is a really good way to do this. If you've got scraps left over of paper that you like too, these notebooks are tiny enough that you could use scraps up on them as well. And one more that's going to kind of hang over the edge, and then we'll just go ahead and pick it up and cut off all the excess. There we go. And then one more side. This is the edge here, so I think I'm just going to wrap these around the edge. It's not going to look super pretty on this side, but this will make the edge a lot stronger too. And then I think I'm going to find a black. I'm going to open this up because I can see a little bit hanging off the edge there. You don't want it to stick to anything. So you can always double check by opening your book up and then taking off any of the excess stuff that's hanging over. Let's see if I can find a black one to go over the top of that one. I'm going to double up on these. So we could do like an animal, another animal print over the top on the side. That would look kind of cool. Or a black and, oh, that black and white stripe one, that one would be really cool. Let's do that one. Do any of you guys do or know people that still do Pokemon? I'm just curious. That, because it used to be so popular and I don't hear much about it anymore. I think what I'll do is I'll wrap this around. Wrap this layer around and cut it off, and then I'm going to put another one over the top on that side. Oh, nail polish remover, or nail polish would be cool. I just caught a glimpse of the chat. That would be neat. And then I'm going to line it up so that I have a longer spot on this side. That's another really cool thing about washi tape is that it's kind of, it's not super opaque, so you can line up the patterns and have them repeating. And I'm just going to cut that off. And we're very much nearing the end of our hour here, so there's one. Oh, I really like that one. That's super cool. So if you have a permanent marker, like an alcohol marker, you can write things on here. Hard to see. That one's really hard to see. I think what I'm going to do is just write my word. And then because that's super hard to see, I'm going to grab a piece of extra paper here. Oh, I want a cardstock paper. That'd be easier. Here we go. I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock about that size and rewrite it and put it right over the top. That'll work. And then you can use any kind of marker you want. So I'm going to do this one in all capital letters and use some of the neat little note handwriting techniques that I showed you in one of my previous videos. And just put little dots on the end to make that look kind of cool. And then we're going to glue that right on top. And I'm going to use sticky tape for that. And you can find this sticky tape in my shop if you want this kind of double-sided sticky tape. I feel that it's the step beyond HEG. So if you want things to really stay, the sticky tape is a really good option for that. And then we'll put that right over the top. Cool. There we've got another little notebook. And I'm just going to throw away all that little extra tape. And we've got one left. So there's only a couple of minutes left. So let's just run one like maybe down the side. We'll just pick one here. Which one looks good? Which one have we not? A kind of one that we haven't done yet. This one's not even opened and it's got stars on it and it's pink. That one's cool. This one's neat too. Oh, how about this one? That one's really pretty. Let's do that one because it's a little bit wider. We can wrap that one around better. And I'll just decorate this last one and then we'll say goodbye for the day. So you can always fold over the ends of your washies. You could always put a little paper clip in here to hold your spot. If you don't want to have to like do what I just had to do to dig around to find the end of your washi tape. Those are some other options, just like regular tape. Like I'll give you an example with my tape that I use for shipping. I always put a little paper clip here to hold my spot, and that way I don't have to look for the end. That's what I'm talking about. Super convenient. And so this one we're just going to put on the edge. And I can see my way through, so I'm going to make sure I've got a layer of 2 there. And then flip it around to the back. And then I'm going to open up my book here and cut off the excess. And that little sound is the wonderful sound of my cat eating from the little food tree we have. All kinds of lovely things happening out here today. Oh, okay. So then we've got this just really gentle kind of soft looking edge. I like that one too. You can write whatever you want on here. So maybe this is going to be my personal diary. So I'm going to write the word diary on here. Oh, I think I'm running out of ink in this pen. I've used it so much. I'm going to go over the top of that because it didn't turn out the best. I'll bring you in a little bit because it's really hard to see from that far away. So now I'm just going to go over it and make the letters a little bit thicker. There we go. You can write whatever you want on there. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to make a full-out diary in there, but it's super cute. They're all super cute. So let's just bring these back in and see what we've accomplished today. We've definitely accomplished not giving up. This one is going to be just as easy to... I'm working on my way to get back out here, guys, to you. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of really cute ones here. This one is really easy to decorate just like the other ones. It's just that you're working on a piece of foam instead of a piece of paper. If you don't have foam, then use just another piece of paper on the outside, like a piece of cardstock, or maybe a piece of your cereal box inside out that's got paper or tape, pattern paper, I mean, or maybe you want to paint it, or maybe you want to varnish it with like Mod Podge or a spray-on and make it shiny. That would be a really fun idea too. So then it would end up looking... Let's see, similar to, where's my other notebook? This one, here it is, it's hiding. This one, here. So use little jump rings if you've got them. I showed you a technique today to show you how to use just regular 20 gauge wire to create your own little hoops or jump rings to put in there. And we created this one together today. And then there's a bunch of them that I did ahead of time. And we found out that if you fold it the wrong way, you end up with a lot less pages. But if you fold it the correct way, so if you're watching this archived, go all the way to the endish of the video to make sure that you get that fold correctly. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to condense this video into a very much shorter one, put that as a pre-recorded video so you guys can look that up a lot quicker than having to search through this one. And that will be just that much better, and then you guys will know where to find how to fold it in a much quicker fashion. But never give up, you guys. Just stick it out. Be an inspiration to others and let others inspire you. Join us over at the Facebook group. It is a non-drama, non-commitment group where there's no participation police. So even if you're just kind of hanging back and checking things out, we welcome you to be there. You can support me on Patreon. Also, if Patreon is not for you, I have a whole list of Patreon here. There we go. I want to thank all my patrons, but if that's something that you can't do but you like to shop on Amazon, click to my store on Quality Crafts. Go all the way to the bottom where the Amazon links are. And if you use one of my links, I get a small commission, and that helps me with my channel as well. And Liney is saying, hey guys, don't forget about me. And he wants to say goodbye too, so you're probably hearing him. Lino, do you want to say goodbye? He wants to get in the picture. Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Come here. It's fine. We'll let you in. Okay, up. Okay. Say bye, everybody. Up here. Up here. There you go. Oh, guys. I hope you guys have a really great and awesome Memorial Day weekend. And Liney and I are going to go hang out on the deck now. Right out our door here. And I cannot wait to see you guys next video.